Welcome everyone. It's time to get ready for the gripping season-long pursuit of the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the Pga Tour. We're in the great state of Texas this week. Our first round coverage of the Valero Texas Open is about to begin. Hello everyone, Luke Elvey here alongside my booth mate Rich Beam, and out on the course is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. And Rich, it's all set up to be a thrilling day. Our featured player has a rivalry brewing with another player, but we'll get into that shortly here. Just take us through this opening hole first.
I'm having a hard time coming up with one that's a little more fiery, I would say, than San Antonio. It's just a golf course that I think it was designed, Luke, to play firm and fast with winds mostly blowing out of the south. But what happens is, as we normally play it, they overseed the fairways, they overseed the rough, which slows everything down. And then at least one day a week, you've got some north winds that, slow everything down. And this golf course is just, it's painful. It really can be no fun to play. You got to drive the golf ball here. Danger everywhere off the fairways. A few years back, one of the guys who was playing in front of me made a 16 on the 9th hole, and that was kind of interesting, but that's what can happen in a hurry out here.
And he's down there. You got a read?
You can be positive with this because it's up the hill and moving left to right.
This putt is from long distance. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. I know this hole's a par 5, but it's a long one, so don't feel the need to overpower it.
Nicely done.
Time for the second shot at the 8th. Putting for birdie here.
Good putt there. That'll work.
It's just about 3 feet away. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The closing hole on this front 9 at TPC San Antonio is a strong par 4. This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Standing over his second shot. 4 shots behind our leader. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Oh, well played. He has this putt to save his par. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. So, Rich, 9 holes in the books. What do you make of the performance so far in this rivalry?
Luke, so far, so good against their rival, but let's face it, there's a lot of golf yet to be played. However, I'm thinking, as they say in the movie, are you not entertained?
Oh, well played. Sitting at a couple of shots over par. A bit wild on approach there.
That's been the story of the day, isn't it, Luke? Has missed a lot of greens, and you can't afford to do that on this golf course.
Putting for a par now. Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. And as we check the standings, our leader has a 1-stroke advantage. Well, that's a lovely way to finish the opening round. Out in front, the leader. Sounds great.
It's been absolutely flawless so far. I cannot wait to see what this player produces tomorrow.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. .2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Time now for round 2 of the Valero Texas Open from TPC San Antonio. Hi everyone, I'm Luke Elvey. Lovely to have you with us today once again. And Rich, as we dig into this second round, our featured player is in front of the players.
Yeah, he's out there. He's got the lead. But listen, there's so much golf left to be played in this 72-hole event. Let's see what he can produce.
Playing this shot from around 120 yards. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that. Putting for birdie. That's a fast start if I've ever seen one, Rich.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
Currently at -3 for the event. Golf is a game of confidence, and I like it, taking the big dog off the tee.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Second shot on the second. Oh, well done. .11 feet to the cup.
Looking for another birdie here.
Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
This putt's going to come in from the left side.
This is on a great line.
And that will take him now to 4 under the card. Stepping onto the par 3 third.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
Great touch. Really nicely played. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. He's currently sitting in first place. And now onto the par 4 fourth hole. That was absolutely murdered. This is his second shot. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Wow, what a shot.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
Trying to get to 5 under with this putt. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
This one, guys, he's got around 9 feet.
Oh, what a putt.
That is sending the rest of the field a message right there.
And it's a big 8-shot advantage for our leader as we head to the next hole. Well, that's some pretty tiny work through 2 rounds, Rich. Has opened up a huge buffer over the field.
I don't think I've seen 2 rounds this complete in my life, Luke. Having such a massive lead, how can they handle it?
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. Good day, folks. It's time to get ready for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, brought to you by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. We've got third round action of the Valero Texas Open coming your way right now. I'm Luke Elvey. It's lovely to have you back with us. This player starts their round in the lead. How should they approach today?
Well, they've got the lead, and there is a significant chasing pack, so they can't get too wrapped up in what's going on behind them. They've got to kind of keep their nose out front. They got to keep pushing along and play the golf course. Don't think about who's chasing you down. Just think about playing the golf course. But if you do find themselves falling back a little bit, then they need to go ahead and start making a little bit different push, maybe come up with a different game plan. But right now, out in front, they just kind of have to play the golf course right now and keep that in their sights.
And he's down there. You got a read?
This is testing. A big right to left slope.
Just hammered that through the line. He's looking to hold this now for a double bogey. Currently 11 under par for the event. Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th. Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. Lovely effort, that. This line doesn't look too tough, just in the first cut, right by the green. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Wow. Came close on that one. Well played. 3 feet to go here to the hole. And that was a bogey by our leader. So the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap. Holding steady in first place after that one. And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine.
Not a single bunker on this hole. Tee shot is fairly straightforward. Just hit it straight, find the center of the fairway. The second shot, however, gets a little interesting as this green is very deep, not very wide. Big runoff areas on both sides of this green. A par here is a solid number.
This would be a great up and down. Oh, I thought that one was going in. And a par putt awaits him. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Some damage limitation. This one for a bogey.
And that putt will drop. Well done.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. now playing a little defensively. That one's right out of the top drawer.
Around 110 yards to go. And that one finds the putting surface. It's a good shot. Some work to do, however. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
He's looking at 20 foot. This will be a good putt to hole.
From long range here, looking to get it close.
Just a short putt remaining here. And now that finds him in first place. Here we are at the 11th, a par 4.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
Good shot there, Beamer. An opportunity for a birdie here. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And that'll see him remain in the same spot on the leaderboard. Well, I don't know about you, Rich, but I've been in absolute awe of this player's performance. Has built a huge advantage going into the final round.
It's been a work of art from my point of view, and I gotta say, I hope it continues for one more day.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. Pga Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's time now for the final round of the Valero Texas Open from TPC San Antonio. I'm Luke Elvey with Rich Beam. Glad to have you back with us. Rich, as this round begins, what are your thoughts on this particular player?
Never easy going to bed with the lead, and they're out here today. It's probably weighing on them a little bit. I got to say, though, this player has been playing well. That's why they have the lead. So they have to be excited, and they have to like their chances going into this final round.
That was special. Now this putt to get to 18 under par. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
Pretty sure a little movement to the right in this putt.
Well done. Take the birdie.
What a great feeling being that far ahead with just 4 to play.
Teeing off now on this par 3. Opting for the 5-iron. A little off the mark on that approach shot.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, Luke. This is a surprise, missing this one.
Oh, 13-footer coming up here. Oh, nice looking putt. Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par. Currently at -18 for the tournament. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Second shot here on the 17th. Ooh. Good look at birdie here. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup.
So close. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400 plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. And that'll ensure he remains in first place. Well, what a lovely position to be in. Holding the lead, playing the last. Good luck. Nicely done. Time for the second shot on the 18th. And here we are with the third shot. Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber. If he can hold this, he'll win the tournament. John, have you got a read on this one?
Doesn't look like an easy putt. It's heading down the hill. It should move to the left.
Good stroke. Well, that was a Texas-sized performance by our champion. They have now added the Valero Texas Open to their list of wins.
After this victory, Luke, I'm pretty sure this player's going to have a little bigger hitch in his giddy-up.
That is a comprehensive performance, Rich.
Those are the wins you dream of, isn't it? Where it's just a walk in the park. You're just out there for an afternoon stroll. Oh, by the way, here's the trophy at the end of that walk. Great win.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now.